Ever wanted to be in the FBI? Well, if you're in the world of sales, you'd be surprised how much of their techniques that we use or that we could use if we knew about them were available to us. It's pretty cool. Today, we're going to cover what the FBI is known for in their expertise in negotiations and their techniques, and how we can adapt those various scenarios, including some surprises here. So, we're going to talk about 5 negotiation secrets of the FBI and how you can use them in sales. All right. So, technique number 1, active listening. So, active listening in the FBI world involves paying close attention to the other party, understanding their perspective, and using their words to build rapport. So, in sales, how would you do that? Well, actively listen to your potential clients' needs, concerns, and objections. Ask some open ended questions to gather more information, and then demonstrate your value and that you value their input. This helps you tailor your sales pitch to their specific needs. They also use empathy. And the FBI technique is empathy is about understanding and acknowledging the emotions and the viewpoints of the other party. So in sales, you could show empathy by recognizing and addressing your client's pain points and challenges. Understand the emotional aspects of their decision making process, and they offer the solutions that genuinely address their concerns. How do you do that? Well, you build rapport. The FBI technique on building rapport is essentially establishing trust and cooperation during negotiations. Well, in sales, you can create connection with your potential client by finding common ground, showing genuine interest, and using nonverbal cues such as mirroring and matching their body language. We'll get more into that later. A strong rapport can make clients more comfortable with your pitch. Now, there's a thing called BATNA, BATNA, best alternative to a negotiated agreement. Now, in the FBI world, the FBI always has a BATNA, a plan in case negotiations fail, which really strengthens their position. So in sales, you can do the same thing. Know your alternatives if the sale doesn't go through. Having a backup plan can give you a confidence, and it give you a confidence in negotiations that will help. Communicate the value of your product or service by emphasizing how it solves your client's problems and improves the current situation, making it the best choice. And last but not least, number 5, anchoring. What is anchoring? Well, the FBI technique, anchoring involves setting the initial terms of the negotiation, influencing the starting point. So in sales, you could do this. Use anchoring by starting with a higher price or package option and then gradually moving toward what you believe is a fair deal. This can help you influence the perceived value of your offering and negotiate a better outcome. Remember that ethical considerations are crucial. I don't care if you're in the FBI or if you're in sales. So while the FBI uses these techniques to resolve high stakes situations, in sales, your goal should be to create mutual beneficial agreements rather than outsmarting your customer. You got to build trust and maintaining a good reputation. And those are key in the business world. So, if we dive a little deeper into the FBI negotiations and their secrets and explore how they can help and they can be applied in sales, we can go back to active listening. I'm going to expound on that a little bit. In the FBI agents are trained to actively listen and gather as much information as possible during negotiations. They pay attention to not only what is said, but how it's said. This helps them understanding the emotions and the motivations of the other party. So, how does that affect you in sales? Well, active listening in sales involves giving your full potential to the client. When they express their needs and concerns, listen carefully without interrupting. This helps you gain a deeper understanding of their pain points and tailor your sales pitch accordingly. By reflecting their concerns back to them, you demonstrate that you value their perspective and that you're listening to them, which can help you build rapport. And with empathy, in the FBI, empathy is a crucial aspect of hostage negotiation, where the FBI agents need to connect with individuals in high-stress situations. Acknowledging the emotions and fears of the other party can lead to a more positive outcome. So in sales, empathy is essential for understanding the client's emotional drivers. When a potential customer expresses concern or reservations about your product or service, show understanding and compassion. Acknowledge their worries and demonstrate that you genuinely care about solving their problems. This can help build trust and make the client more receptive to your proposed solution. That's why rapport is so important. In the FBI, building rapport is critical in hostage situations because it can mean the difference between life and death. Imagine that. Agents aim to create a human connection with the individual involved. Why wouldn't we do that in sales? In sales, building rapport is the foundation of a successful sales relationship. Find common ground. This is important in shared interest with your client. Use their name and actively engage in a friendly and respectful manner. Mirroring and matching their body language can also help establish a sense of trust and camaraderie. That's if you're sitting in front of them, of course. When clients feel a personal connection, they're more likely to open up to your sales pitch, I promise. And then we talked about BATNA, a best alternative to a negotiated agreement. The FBI always has a contingency plan in hostage negotiations to ensure the safety of everyone involved. So have a clear understanding of your BATNA in sales. This is your fallback option if the current deal falls through. This knowledge gives you confidence during negotiations. So while you explicitly mention your BATNA to clients, your confidence and conviction in your offering will be apparent. This can make clients more inclined to agree to a deal that aligns with their interest and yours. And going back to anchoring in negotiation situations, the FBI often sets the initial terms or offers an anchor influencing the direction of the conversation. This is a cool technique that you can learn and use in your daily life. So you could use anchoring by starting your pitch with a higher price or options or a package, right? So while remaining flexible, gradually work towards a more reasonable or customized solution. This can influence the client's perception of value and make your primary offering seem more attractive. Got to remember that always maintain integrity and ensure the final deal is fair and beneficial to both parties. Do not take advantage of people. So in both the FBI negotiations and sales, ethical conduct, transparency, and trust are paramount. The techniques used by the FBI are adapted for high-stakes situations and can be applied to sales to enhance your abilities, okay, and your abilities to understand and connect with a client. And this will ultimately lead to more successful and mutual beneficial deals for both parties. Chris Voss wrote a great book. You should check it out. He's an ex-FBI negotiator. His book's called Never Split the Difference. Great read and definitely applicable to what we do as salespeople. So if you would, check it out. Do me a favor. Have a great day. Be safe. Take care. Sell a bunch. Find somebody and say something nice to them.
You've been listening to the Productive, Not Busy podcast. Please hit the subscribe and notification of new episodes button and visit us on social media like Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok for bonus content.